This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe. Let's get right into the news. All right, so we got Wack 100 now. This guy, okay, first of all, let me put a disclaimer. Like, I get it, okay? I get what Wack 100 is doing. He's been doing this for good 2 to 3 years now, okay? He figured out how to troll on the internet. And I'm not saying he's lying, okay? And this is a story that's been out there for about a year now, okay? This dice game story between Offset and 42 Dugg. You know, I guess this is what happened. Somebody else put this story out, okay, that was there that night. All of a sudden, Wack 100's there, okay? Now, I don't know if Wack 100 is taking a story that he knows this is what happened, right? Because this is what happened that night, okay? And saying he was there recording with Blueface that night at QC Studio. But you know what? I still love it, man. Because Wack 100's becoming like the manager version of like Fat Joe. You know how Fat Joe's always there with 100 deep and this. Wack 100's now, instead of just telling the story of what happened, he inserts himself in the story and he's there. You can't make this up. But okay, I'll entertain it because I don't dislike Wack. I think I dislike certain things he says, like about Nip and everything, but a lot of stuff is freaking hilarious, bro. Like, he's funny. So anyways, you know, that night, when was this? 3 years ago? 4 years ago? Whatever. Okay. This was right before We Paid came out with Lil Baby, right? So it had to be like early 2020. This is where the whole thing of Migos versus Lil Baby, because 42 Dugg is signed to Lil Baby and Yo Gotti. So I guess, you know, they were shooting dice. It was Offset's turn with the dice. And, you know, I guess maybe Offset had been losing. I'll play the story in a minute. But, you know, Offset had been losing, and then, you know, it was his dice, and they started shooting for like 5 a roll. Offset hit twice. 42 Dugg picked his money up and said he was done. That's a big no-no, playing dice. I'm not a dice player, but I know you don't play. People get shot over dice games every day, okay? It gets serious, okay? Lil Baby's a huge dice player. He knows Lil 42 Dugg probably violated doing that. So Offset runs after him, snatches his money up and punches him in the face. Somehow Wack 100 comes out to save the day, splits him up, you know, puts one in a headlock, the other one makes him say peace, you know, and tells Offset there's going to be hell to pay tomorrow because, you know, you did this at QCP Studio and, you know, now this is a problem. I don't know, but this is how the 42 Dugg, I guess 42 Dugg and Offset recently got into it again. But they ran into each other somewhere within the past few weeks, and, you know, Offset threw a punch at him again. This is an ongoing beef. 42 Dugg has the Napoleon complex syndrome, where he's a short guy trying to be a boss. I mean, he's like, you know, he's so short and young looking. He looks like exactly like Lil Baby's son. There was a picture of Lil Baby and his son recently. People thought it was 42 Dugg. But anyways, let's play this little clip from Wack. It's hilarious. Shout out to Wack. Let's play.
As long as they dice, you can't stop the dice.
You gotta let it even. You got to.
That's how the whole 42 Dugg beef started with Offset. I was there. I watched it. Got in the middle of it. Stopped it. It would have blazed that night over dice.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I watched it. If it wasn't for Wack, that would have been in the motherfucking news that night. At least 7, 8 would have been dead. It's a fact. I watched it. I told her, Dugg, you all the way wrong. Offset was up. He was in you. Offset was in this about 30. I go in the motherfucking booth, come back out. Dugg and Offset about 15, 20. It's Offset dice. Offset say 1,000 a hand. Let's shoot 5 a hand. Dugg like, let's roll. Offset hit him. Bam. Then he hit him again. Bam. Dugg picked his money off the ground, said, I'm done. You mean you done? My dice. When I was in you, and it was your dice, I didn't pick up and say I'm done. Long as it's my dice, you got to shoot.
Keep going, yeah.
Picked his money up and tried to walk out that studio. Offset looked around.
Yeah.
We had QC studio.
Oh yeah.
Dugg in my right arm. I got a stick in my Dugg. He right. I said, go back. I got Dugg in my right arm. I got a stick in my left. I'm telling them, little, you better not do no movement. Offset, y'all go in the studio. Go back to the studio. Go back to y'all crack the gate. Y'all walk out to y'all car. I said, Dugg, all right? He all right? Tell him you all right. I'm all right. Yeah, y'all walk to y'all cars. I got Offset in them back in the studio. Got them on the side of that gate. I walked Dugg to the gate, and they got on just like that.
Damn.
Everybody tell me right there.
Now, why would they be respecting Wack 100 in Atlanta? You got to ask that, why? He's in California, it's a little different. Wack 100, that's his area. This is Atlanta, okay? And Offset, even though he's not directly from Atlanta, he's a staple in Atlanta, 42 Dugg's from Detroit. They're at studio. Wack 100 is a guest in the studio because he's friends with QCP, and they're letting him record with Blueface there. I guess they're doing some song with Cardi B that night or Offset. I don't know. But anyways, it's a great... Hey, Wack 100 is a good storyteller, okay? Inserting himself in the story makes it more... it makes it more interesting. So anyways, it is what it is, okay? I'm not criticizing him. And yeah, the story has been out for a while, I mean, it started off in 2020 where they stripped Offset down and made him walk to his car, and then it said someone came out and talked about a dice game, went left with 42 Dugg, and it all linked up. Anyways, tell me what you guys think. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I'll check you guys later. Peace.